June forecast, and I am so happy to tell you that you're going to have a much better month than you did last month. And the energy just seemed to be speaking to you. And anybody with a Gemini rising, a Gemini moon, and a Gemini a sun, like it just seemed like you guys couldn't catch a break. And it was just a very, very difficult month because you were stuck in some past issues, some past karma. This month, I'm happy to say you get blessed for all of the hard work that you have been doing by very, very benefic energies. So let's start talking about it. Okay, so we're going to have a full moon in Sagittarius, and for you, this is going to be in your 7th house. So this is going to be in the house of partnerships, marriage, committed relationship. This could be business partnerships. This could be anything with joint ventures in it. You're gonna want to think of this on a larger scale. This is about your hopes, dreams, and wishes. What do you want that ideal partnership to look like? Like, I think you revisited May and past relationships for a reason. It was to see where you definitely need to start thinking about combining your life with somebody. Gemini energy is notorious for liking to be very highly independent. They like to go around. They like to have a really good time. Settling down is not usually high on a Gemini's list, although I think you guys secretly need a lot of attention and want a lot of attention. You know what? You want to keep your options open too, but I think that there was some energy that just made you realize that you deserve a relationship, that you want a relationship, and that you want a future with somebody. And this particular day is going to have Neptune squaring off with all the Gemini energy. Now, I want to emphasize that the first week, about half of the first week in June, is going to be still tough for Geminis. It does get better. It gets a lot better as as you get to the end of that first week, and then after that, it's just wonderful energy. But we have to get through this intense Sagittarius moon. Gemini energy and Sagittarius energy, I think, work really well together. So I think all in all, as long as you keep your feet on the ground, you don't get caught up in just being super irresponsible, and maybe there's a conversation that comes up with somebody that regarding your partnership that you tend to look at too shallow. If that happens, you could have a difficult day. But for the most part, I think it's going to be a really good energy, as I think Sagittarius energy and Gemini energy, they just work so well together. They like to go out. They like to have a good time. They they're very expressive, and I just think all in all it works well. On June 5th, we have Mars in Gemini and Mercury in Gemini are both going to be sextiling Jupiter in Leo. I love this. I love that you guys are going to get to dance. You're going to get to express yourselves. You're going to feel good. Now, Mercury is still in retrograde, guys, and Mercury is still going to be in retrograde in your sign until June 11th. And then, thankfully, I am happy to say it goes completely direct as of the 11th. And then I like to say that, we're not totally out of the woods until about June 12th or June 13th. That's a great time to start picking your life back up. You've got your old mojo starting to get back up. You're going to start going out there and sparkling like a Gemini likes to do. Conversations are going to start to go better. If you tried to have conversations with people when Mercury was in retrograde and it was asking you to go back to your past and revisit past relationships, and you did, and you got your hand slapped, it's because Mercury was in retrograde. When Mercury is in retrograde, it is not the time to have conversations. You will want to, because it will pull you back to your past, but it's actually not the time to do it. It's the time to be quiet and not think of things, and to think of things. It's a time where you use your mind instead of your mouth and communication devices. And which is why it makes it significantly hard to do anything electronically when Mercury goes into retrograde, because it doesn't want you communicating. On that same day, on June 5th, you're going to have Uranus in Aries. It's going to be sextiling Mars in Gemini. Understand, you're going to feel powerful. You're going to feel alive again. You're going to feel kind of full of yourself. You're going to feel like you have the old mojo back. I don't want you to get too carried away with the energy. As you know, Mercury still is in retrograde, so you want to watch yourself, because with all this energy sextiling itself, sextiling means they're working very well together. It could mean that you definitely have a very difficult time with getting ahead fully. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to go have a great time in this energy, because you will. You will have a good time in this energy. You're going to feel good in your heart, in yourself. You're going to feel passionate again. You're going to feel alive. You're going to feel creative. You're going to feel expressive. But you just mind that you still have Mercury in retrograde for here a little bit longer. Then on the 8th, we have a fantastic, ooh, I love this day. You have the Sun in Gemini and Mars in Gemini, both sextiling Jupiter and Leo. Guys, this is a great day. You will just feel good. When your sun feels good and it's in your sign, you just feel like there's a relief that's hit you. You know, you just went through so much revitalization in your life through that, especially that last month. And so you're starting to feel like your old self again. You're starting to smile and walk about and have the childlike enthusiasm that everybody knows and loves about you. And life just gets lighter. And that's what everybody's been waiting to hear. Then on the 10th, we have the Sun in Gemini and Mars in Gemini are both going to be still sextiling Jupiter in Leo. Again, you're going to still be feeling great. You're going to feel like you're just on top of the world. You're going to go out there. You're going to communicate. You're going to want to go live large, have fun. And I would do it today. Like, I wouldn't even hesitate, because you have your Sun in Gemini. It's also going to be sextiling Uranus in Aries. That just means to me, you get to go out. It could be very unexpected. It could be just a sudden windfall just comes out of nowhere and completely changes everything in your life. It could have something to do with love and romance. Definitely, because you have Venus is going to be in Leo. And your energy is just fantastic. And it's going to be sextiling Mercury in Gemini, which means you could have a wonderful, wonderful conversation that just generates heat and fire, and you guys just work seamlessly together, and you seem like you have everything back to where it was. Then on the 11th, Mercury goes direct. Now again, I want you guys to be really mindful of the fact that I know that Mercury is going direct, and you're already feeling pretty good, so you're going to want to just go out there and unleash yourself. So you're like, okay, I can only wait till it goes direct. No, wait a couple days. Wait a couple days to have the conversations that you want to have with whomever you want to have them with. If you want to pick up something that you want to learn about, I would wait until after the 11th. If you want to go buy that big purchase because, you may want to spend a lot of money because maybe you just suddenly had a windfall. And so definitely wait, please, until after I would say the 13th, because Neptune is going to go retrograde. When Neptune goes retrograde, Neptune was squaring all your energy, for so long. So you're going to have to revisit whether or not you learned your lessons from all of that. It's going to make you just think about all that. I just would be aware. On the 14th, Saturn goes from being in retrograde in Sagittarius to being retrograde back into Scorpio. So back in October of 2012, guys, you learned a lesson, or Saturn wanted you to learn a lesson. Something came about in your life in October of 2012 that really, really started a cascade of events from you. Now, did you learn from it? Was it something that you worked through with somebody? It's karmic. So it's something, and it was an intense situation. It was in Scorpio. It was something that was it was secrets, and it was, you know, somewhere where you had to transform yourself in this particular part of your life. And so, did you transform yourself? Did you work through all of those issues? If you didn't, you will revisit them again. I assure you, because this is going to be here until October. So you guys really, really, really need to really pay attention to what happened in October and be aware. I know you want to get sparkled and know you want to get caught up in all this fun energy, but there's much to learn about what that was supposed to teach you. If you did learn, you are going to see Saturn be very benefic in this Jupiter energy, and it could just add wonderful treasures to all of this beautiful month. Then on the 16th, oh guys, I'm sorry. This retrograde that's going to be in Scorpio is going to be in your 6th house. So this has to do with health. It has to do with routines. It has to be home and family. Work routines. It has something to do with the routines, something to do with how you cope through things, what types of routines you use. I mean, did you gain a bunch of weight? Have you became unhealthy? Are you trying to establish a new routine in your life? Those are the situations that you want to change. Scorpio will help you. The Scorpio energy will help you revisit that. Now, let's go on to a couple days later. That puts us to June 22nd. Jupiter in Leo is going to be trining Uranus in Aries. And Venus in Leo is going to be trining Uranus in Aries. So again, this I don't think is as good as a sextile energy, but it just means that you're going with the flow. The energy's feeling decent. It's not feeling too tough. Like life is feeling, for the most part, just really, really easygoing. It's flowing seamlessly. I just think that you have just a much happier life right now than you could possibly have ever have foreseen, and you're feeling like you're back on the right track. Then on that day is the new moon. Now, this new moon is going to be in Gemini. This is your birthday moon. This is your new beginning. This is your new start. If there is something that you want, something, and guys, this is in your 1st house. So this is something that speaks to you on a level of who you are, how you present yourself to the world. Like, it's a great time to spruce up your appearance. It's a great time to get a new look. It's a great time to start an endeavor that has some personal meaning to you, that really ignites passion back into your life with all this Mars energy. I do like this new moon. I really do. I do want to say that this new moon is going to be when it comes with Saturn and Scorpio. So again, if there is a past karmic issue, if there is something that you used to do, that you still do, that you hide from others, that you know you shouldn't be doing, it's a routine that you have, it's a coping method, you're going to revisit it. And, but I think for the most part, this is going to be a really, really, really good new moon. I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect, because there is definitely some energy to suggest that there could be some sort of pull back to your past to make you look at things. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty good. And then on the 21st, we have summer solstice. This is, and it's the winter solstice for people in the southern hemisphere, but for us, it's the summer solstice. So for all those daddies out there, I just want to say Happy Father's Day. And it's, I really, really like this month. It feels so much easier to talk about. In fact, it's so easy to talk about. I'm just really relaxed about it. Like I don't feel like I need to be too expressive about what goes on this month. On the 22nd, we have Jupiter in Uranus. Jupiter in Leo. It's going to be trining with Uranus, and Leo. And Venus in Leo is going to be trining with Uranus as well. I like this energy. Again, this is all about love. This is all about being passionate about something again, or someone again. This is all about a money venture, about getting ahead. It could just really ignite unexpected passion, unexpected love in an area you didn't quite see coming your way, and it just comes from nowhere, and it just fits. It fits your life. It fits your happiness. It fits into wherever it needs to go, and it just takes off, and you guys explore things together in a way that you never thought you ever would with a partner. Saturn in Scorpio is going to be quincunxing the Sun in Cancer. So there is the potential to have this be one of those learning days. And Venus in Leo is quincunxing Pluto. This could go one of two ways. Depends on the twin you pick. If you pick the twin that's like just really easygoing and has been learning their lessons, been working really hard, you are going to have a fantabulous month. You're going to get to stay in the high vibration of energy. If you're one of those twins who hasn't been working in the highest vibration of yourself, then you're going to have all this quincunx energy, and it's going to be pulling you back into your past, and you're going to be revisiting those issues back in October, and it's going to be, pretty intense. And, I definitely think that it has something to do with the way that you approach things on a regular basis. Now, on the 23rd, in your first house, we're going to have Mercury in Gemini. We're going to have it square off with Neptune in Pisces. Also, the moon in Scorpio is going to be squaring your sun in Cancer. So again, the 23rd is a hard day for everybody. It's difficult, but for you, this is all going to be in your first house. So just to let you know that this is going to be an exceptionally difficult day for you. Because your moon, your emotional well-being, and your sun is going to be in question, and they're going to be squaring off with each other, and then you're going to have this Scorpio and Saturn quincunxing your sun and quincunxing Mars energy. And so I definitely think that there's something going to be revealed. It could be a deception. It could be a secret. It could be that you have a secret. It could have something to do with what was going on in October, but it's something that comes out. And then on June 28th, in your third house, we're going to have Venus in Leo. It's going to trine Uranus in Aries. This could mean that a conversation that you have could start a relationship going in the right direction instead of it going in the wrong direction. When you tried to communicate when Mercury was in retrograde, it's not possible for that to. It's going to bring up past issues. So when you guys talk again, if you reconnected, wanted to reconnect with the past person, you're going to talk about the past because Mercury's in retrograde. But right now, this is all forward-thinking energy. This is all moving forward. This is getting away from the past. Mercury's not in retrograde anymore, so this is pushing forward. You guys, this is a great month. I do put out daily forecasts. I go extensively into higher and lower vibration of energy and the energy readings for the day. You can check those out on my channel. They're also on my Facebook. And I just want to say thank you for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you again in next month.